to a very special episode of the Delco Duo. I'm one half of the Delco Duo. Hello. One half of the Delco Duo, Monica crying.
And I'm Jenna Meisner, other half of the Delco Duo, but we're really like the Delco quadruple.
We're the quad.
We're the Delco quad tonight, and we're going to tell you why we have these two gentlemen, if you want to call them that.
It's going to be the most Delco episode
of our time.
With us. So let's get to the debrief. All right, Monica, so why we rarely have guests on the Delco Duo, so this is a big deal.
This is special. We've got Big Al and Hollywood Holbrook of Delco Live. Hi, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. So we've had you on before, and then we went on your guys' podcast. You guys have a podcast, Delco Live.
Yes.
Much longer form.
Yes.
This is a quicker podcast, but tell us about Delco Live.
Delco Live is an internet-based, it's a podcast, but it's also more of a social media force, I would say.
Yes, a force to be reckoned.
Yeah, it's mostly Facebook, Instagram. We are through the other outlets here, YouTube's, X, and whatnot. And it's supposed to be comedy-based, but we do deal with serious subjects when it comes up. All about Delaware County, mostly the interior part of just Delco. All about our personalities, hot button topics, literally community pages going awry, all the way up to some serious stuff that goes down.
And Big Al, we're joking, but you guys are real Delco. Jenna and I are like outliers.
Listen,
we're media.
Tell them where you're from first.
I'm from Clifton Heights.
Yes.
I live in Clifton Heights currently.
So he's got his Delco card.
Oh yeah, he's wearing my flannel actually.
It's from Temu.
It's Temu.
Okay.
4 cents.
But we have our theory of Delco in Delaware County. You can be from Delaware County, but there's also a part of Delco. But
that's what Hollywood Holbrook just said, like the interior of Delco, like the Delco.
Yeah, like the one that gets made fun of more or less, the self-deprecating Delcos, I like to refer to it as.
Absolutely.
But no, it's all, listen, Delaware County is Delaware County, and we all love it for ourselves. And certain people, they like to be Delco certain days, will be Delaware County other days, but we're full Delco all the time.
Okay, what was your most recent kind of topic that you talked about on Delco Live?
Most recent? Oh wow, we had the Delco Gives Day on.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We're launching one Thursday. I guess depending on when this comes out Thursday. We have one about Haverset.
Talking
about Scrapple made in Delco.
And we'll get into that because they're a big part of Delco.
Have you guys ever gotten Scrapple? I got it at the grocery store, and I got beef instead of pork, and it is not the same.
I'm just gonna put it out there that I don't actually want to know what the majority of the Scrapple is.
No.
It's like if you tell me which
Ignorance
animal
is bliss in this
like,
situation.
No,
delicious.
It's essentially
it's all the parts.
Yeah.
It's all the parts that you don't want to think about.
We actually found out during the interview that they actually make Scrapple at other companies. Like we were shocked to hear that. Like I never knew that.
I think like it's Dietz and Watson also makes.
There's a few other ones.
It's a field it's a saturated field.
I wouldn't trust it.
No.
Haverset
is the only Scrapple you'll ever need. And no one ever knew about it. It's kind of like Band-Aid. That's what the name is.
Right, So when's the next episode come out? When can people watch?
Thursday. We do one every Thursday, and then it's podcasted right afterwards. So.
Awesome.
All right, amazing. And we're not just having you guys here tonight to talk about Scrapple. We are talking about Big Al's shirt, Delco Day.
Fun fact, that goes back to Scrapple.
It does.
It will.
Oh, okay. So this will be like the circle,
the
full circle. So Delco Day number 9 is happening on June 1st. And Delco Day in general, 610, obviously the area code of Delaware County. So as
state holiday.
Yeah, in 2018 we actually got it to go to Harrisburg.
You went to Congress, right?
They wouldn't let us in the building, but our representatives went there.
Not to let us in the front door.
Someone went on the floor and represented. That's their job. Yeah. Okay.
So every year it goes up there since 2018, and it gets introduced, and they talk about the Headstrong Foundation, who is the major recipient or the sole recipient for this event, and all the things they do, all the great things in Delaware County, and it's been that's Delco Day 3, so
Well, yeah.
So now we're at 9.
Yeah.
What is Delco Day? If someone's watching right now and they're like, what's Delco Day?
So it's a 12-hour party. That is everything Delco. It is a fundraiser.
That is so dangerous to ask Delco people to party for 12 hours.
The great thing about it is it's a summer Saturday, and it gives opportunities for people who, if you have something to do at night, you swing by beforehand. If you have something during the day, you swing by afterhand. So we give everyone no excuses to miss it.
Yeah, you've no excuse. You don't have something going on for 12 hours straight.
It's $6.10 to the door. Inflation proof. It has been since the first time.
No coin change.
Yeah, if you give us $7, you're not getting 90 cents back. I can tell you that. And it all goes to Headstrong Foundation, who is a Delaware County started, bred, and currently based charity that provides housing for cancer patients and their families that have to come to the area for life-saving treatment. Yeah. And the thing we're blessed with geographically in this area that we have a lot of specialized cancer treatment centers, whether it's Penn, whether it's the ones in North Delaware, South Jersey, anything like that. Their house is called Nick's House. It's in Swarthmore, and they just opened one in Boston. But the one in Swarthmore specifically that we know about is, I think it holds 7-8 families that come here rent-free because, and when you go there, it's people coming from places you forget about, like Northwest Jersey, Central PA, Texas, Alaska, people who would have to travel hours and just dig up their roots to just fight cancer.
Right.
And on top of that, a financial burden of like renting out hotels, Airbnbs,
right, because their families are there, to help.
And
support them.
it was started by Nick Kylori, who passed, but when on his deathbed, he was like, let's get this going, because they had to go down to Maryland at the time, and they saw how much that uprooted everything, especially financially. So it's a great cause. It's very Delco based, and let me tell you, our Delco Day is a fundraiser. It's not a traditional fundraiser. It's not auctions. It's not sob stories.
What happens? Like what goes on Delco Day?
We go full Delco.
Yeah. From 2, like you said, from 2 to 2, we start up and we have bands all day long. We have 2 stages going, inside and outside.
Where?
Oh, it's at JT Brewski's in Sea Cane, for any of those who need to.
That's interior Delco.
Yeah,
Delco.
That is it.
510 Oak Avenue, Sea Cane, PA.
And then 19018.
19018.
Yep. But yeah, you start the day off. There's food, there's drinks, there's famous Delconians who stop by.
Yeah.
There's bands. There's us acting like goofs, like normal. But it's just a good time, and we've learned that a lot of people have used it to like get back together, who haven't come in, almost like the day before Thanksgiving. Like it's kind of come like that. Like, so we've had bachelorette parties come by. We've had 21st birthday parties with buses of people come in because they wanted a full Delco experience. So they got it.
Imagine the feel of like an all-class high school, college, grade school reunion, but
Delco.
Like positive and not awkward because everyone's
not like trying to prove anything. Okay, we love it.
Amazing. June 1st, that's happening. 12 hours, 2 to 2.
2 to 2.
So that's great. And now that we have you guys here, what we do on the Delco Duo is we solve the counties and beyond the county. You don't have to be from Delco. I know you guys also do like the swearing in of Delconians too at the event.
At 6:10 on June 1st, we swear in non-native Delconians, give them a little flag, and they do
you can be a Delconian.
Yep.
So we solve their issues. So we wanted to present you with an issue that we talked about on our episode last week.
Is it food related?
So
It's not food related.
If it's life choices, they're in trouble.
So Delco has their fair and like carnival season. It's in full swing.
Dennis, Broomall,
which they just said and informed that they are no longer doing the Broomall Fair anymore because it got too rowdy this year.
Clifton
Next
Fair's
year
done
they're
it.
not going to do it.
I saw
O'Hara Fair's done that. Over the last few years, you've lost a lot of carnival fairs.
Aston had some problems a couple years ago.
But I didn't realize these got so rowdy.
So our issue was, or last week's issue was, somebody said that a lot of people were budging in line. How would you handle that? Like kids budging in line? If they're like minors and they're budging in line, Jenna and I went the peaceful way, just kind of like stand as close as you can.
Monica said she would push her body up to the person in front of her.
So there's like no actual way to budge.
So there's no area.
I'll be careful with that idea. So fisticuffs and kids isn't an option? Okay, so we have to take that one.
There goes my first 5 options.
Yeah, I mean, if they're much smaller, I could pick them up by the back of the shirt and move them back, but
I figured you guys would go a little more physical with this.
Yeah, well, listen, if you want us to think about something, you're in trouble. It's just right there. We don't think, we just do. But I mean, that's the problem with a lot of anything. If you go down the shore, you hit the boardwalk, people budge in line. Listen, I've just never been a quiet person in my life. Excuse me.
That's very. I think that's a very.
I think sometimes people don't expect. They expect you not to say something.
Yeah.
So sometimes by just saying something, excuse me, the line's back there.
Then it gives them the opportunity to act like they didn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, sorry. And
give them an out.
The plausible deniability.
Yes, exactly.
I actually work part-time right now at a night job as a bouncer at a college bar, and trust me, they're basically children themselves.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
we never get physical, unless it's like a dire situation.
Or they pay extra.
Or if they, the big thing is, a strongly worded directive.
Okay.
And then if they go beyond that, I mean, we're talking about a fair. You just kick them out after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've got it right from the bouncers
Or my
now.
favorite move, you threaten to call 911 and just pick up the phone, turn on the screensaver.
That'll get people to change their mind.
One other option is to scream at the top of your lungs non-stop until they move.
There you go.
Like just right in their face the whole time.
Got it.
The human
like it.
siren.
The human siren.
All right, Big Al, Hollywood Holbrook,
We appreciate
Delco
it.
Live, Delco Day.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
I love to sit here.
This is a great
Now
studio.
get out.
Get out! All right, coming up, we've got one of our issues to discuss for the evening. Has to do with a first grader. So that's all you got to know.
First
Same
graders.
idea.
And welcome back to the Delco Duo, looking a little bit more regular for our show. We appreciate Big Al and Hollywood Holbrook.
Yes.
They are standing right over there.
We now have a live studio audience, so this is exciting, putting on the pressure a little bit.
I know.
But
Let's get to our next issue.
here we go. Kelsey from Knowlton, what's going on?
I was notified that my first grade son kissed a girl in his class on the cheek. The teacher pulled him aside to talk about consent and make him apologize, but he insists he did not kiss her. How do I tread lightly but stand up for my child?
This is a he said, she said.
And it's no different, even that they're in first grade or if they're in their first year in college. The fact that someone's saying, you can't deny that this happened. You can't go and say, oh, well, my son didn't do it, so he doesn't have to apologize. All you're teaching him is that if you deny, someone's going to believe. So I would just, at this point, just say, hey, listen, just apologize to her. That's what I think, is he should.
This is a tough one.
This is first grade. What does this girl have to lose by saying, like, oh, this guy?
But you know how first graders can be. Like I'm thinking of my niece when she was in first grade, and like I feel like sometimes they like to get each other in trouble. Like you like to get your classmate in trouble, or you like, oh, he tripped me, or he poked me, or
I don't know.
He's pulling my ponytail.
Probably because he was.
I'm not standing up for the boy in the sense, of course, like me with a son. I'm thinking of like, you have a daughter, so I feel like you can see both sides of it. But like with me with a son, I want to know, did he actually do this or not?
All I know
want to
is
know both sides of the story. I think that you really,
Of course, for me, it's like,
Gotta
if
get
my
to
daughter
it.
comes home and she's like, Mom, this boy kissed me, I'd be like, oh, how was it? But if she's uncomfortable with it and she didn't
Yes.
like it, then I'm going to say.
I think it is a teachable moment. I agree that
On
it's a
both
teachable
sides.
moment. I mean, about what is okay and is what not okay, personal space and boundaries for sure. Definitely teachable
That's what I'm
moment.
saying.
But at the same time, I don't want my kid to get in trouble for something that if he didn't do it.
I would say, like, it doesn't seem like he's even getting in trouble. You know what I mean? He just had to say sorry. That's it. That's not in trouble.
I think also
That's
at
just-
this age, like the idea of kissing, like it's like they're like, ew, like he's got cooties.
Yeah.
Like, that's still like how it goes when you're in first grade.
Right.
So I think
It is definitely cootie season.
cootie season in first grade. So I could see it being like sort of like he thought it was like a game. Like she's like, oh, you've got cooties, and he's like,
Yeah,
like you
right.
know what I mean. So it is tough.
I think if you go the other route where you're just like steadfast behind him and like he didn't do it.
Teachers deal with enough.
There's not a learning opportunity from that.
I think it's
The learning opportunity, like you said, is boundaries. Don't kiss anybody. You shouldn't be kissing anybody other than your mom and dad.
You have school-age children.
Yeah.
And I feel like teachers, I don't obviously have a school-age child yet, but teachers are tired. They are tired of the parents more so. I think parents more so cause
Right.
teachers to not want to be in
Teachers.
the industry anymore.
Right.
So I think as a parent, you just have to, whatever the teacher says, sort of take that and then
Like the
bring
one
that
time-
to your son and say, Miss blah, blah, blah said.
Right. One time in third grade, I cheated on a test and it was very obvious.
You did?
Yeah. So the teacher goes to my parents.
How did you cheat on the test?
I totally copied an answer.
From your person that sat next to you?
Yeah.
You guys didn't set up like the folders?
No, I like at this
We used
point
to
it
have
wasn't.
like Fort Knox when
They-
we were like, you set up the folders and you like took your test in the folders.
but like you still could like kind of like peek over and stuff. So I cheated. The teacher's like, you cheated. It's very obvious. And I denied it. I was like, no, I did not cheat. I did not cheat. My mom and dad didn't believe me for a second. They were like, you messed up. You cheated. And like,
so you're saying side with the teacher
always
in
side
all
with the teacher
circumstances.
in all circumstances.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm surprised that you feel
it's,
that way.
and I really do feel like you said, it's a learning
It's a learning experience
and
for
teaching
everyone.
moment. Teach the right thing, and that is there's boundaries, there's consent, there's whatever.
When you were in like kindergarten or grade school, or did you have like, I feel like
we
everyone
had weddings,
boyfriends,
weddings.
Yeah. So did you ever get a smooch?
Yeah, I'm sure I did.
I was gonna say, I feel like
I
that
didn't
was
mind
like
it.
kind of, it was just,
Yeah, I didn't mind it, but like if there was someone who did, it needs to be reckoned.
Okay. All right. I don't know if we solved that for you. Do you guys think that we solved that?
Stick by the teacher.
Yeah. Stick by the teacher. All right. Coming up, we've got one of our own issues of the evening. I don't know. Does it involve kissing? I don't think it does.
No, it does not.
Okay.
No, I wish it did, but it doesn't.
And welcome back to the Delco Duo PHL 17. Hopefully you're having a nice weekend, doing something fun.
It's Mother's Day.
Okay.
I think we both just realized that.
So make sure your moms or your maternal figure in your life or whoever
You're celebrating.
you are celebrating them this weekend.
This is like the
We've got like
for me and
15
you
minutes
right now,
to Mother's Day.
Yeah, for me and you right now, like this is our holiday.
Yeah.
So
It's my first official Mother's
I'm done
Day.
reminding people. Just remember on your own, okay?
And if my husband's like, well, what do you want to do? Come up with it.
Oh, I said that.
Come up with
I
it.
said that. He goes, what do you want to do? And I was like, oh, surprise me. And he goes,
That's
but
like
like
their
with
worst
what?
nightmare.
It was surprise me with what? I'm like, I don't know. You figure it out. I really am at that point in my motherhood where I feel like I coordinate schedules.
Yes,
for
so
four
much.
people. 4 people.
One
my
day you
husband's,
wanna
my
be
kids,
surprised.
my 2 kids, and sometimes my extended family too. My brothers, my sister. I'm just like, I would love to be told what I'm going to do. I want to become an unindependent woman, and I would love to be told what to do. For once in my
You'll
life.
never hear that come from Monica's mouth again. So savor that.
Yes.
And we're going to get to your issue tonight, and that actually has nothing to do.
It should have been. That should have been my issue.
All right. What are you crying about?
Crying about cooking. Cooking.
What do we have here?
So this is a Band-Aid that I still have to put on my finger because it won't stop bleeding.
Disney?
Yeah, it's a Disney. I don't know. I think we've got Moana, Rapunzel.
Yeah, the girl from Tangled.
I think her name's Rapunzel.
I don't think it was Rapunzel in Tangled.
Oh, maybe it's not. I don't know.
Tangled's based off of Rapunzel, but I don't
Okay.
think the main character's name was that.
So anyway,
Right?
I haven't really sliced, diced, sautéed food in a while, like actual cooking. It's a lot of preparation, and I tell people that. I make dinner for my kids every night, but it's a lot of food prep. You know what I mean? Like
what do you eat for dinner?
Chicken nuggets are just in the toaster oven.
Okay.
Right quick.
What do you eat
Minute
then?
rice is heaven sent. And what?
So what will you eat?
So I don't really do big dinners. You know that.
You go ham at lunch.
Yeah. Ham at lunch, and my lunches are super easy. I make eggs, and that's it. That's it, man.
I thought I was a bad cook, but it sounds like you're even worse.
I used to be a cook. Like I used to cook a lot, and then
once you're trying to get the kids together, that all goes out the window.
I've boycotted it. But so my parents went on a trip, and they were like, here, we've got like 3 HelloFreshes. You take them. And I said, I don't want it. I don't want that HelloFresh because I don't want to prepare. HelloFreshes and
it's a trap.
Blue Aprons, they're so good, but it takes so much time to prep
They're
those
supposed
foods.
to be more convenient, and they're not. The amount of time you spend chopping and preparing.
They want me, for 1 lemon, they want me to get a peel, a zest, and a quarter. And I'm like, say what? How do you do all of that with 1 lemon? And that is how I got this. I'm zesting, and then on top of that, I'm cutting the lemon, but there's not a lot of grip because you just zested it. And so
is that the past tense?
Zest a lemon,
Is
man.
that the past tense of
Zesting.
You zested it.
I zested the lemon, and then lemon falls through my fingers.
Oh, okay.
And
I see where this is going. I don't need the details.
And it was one of those things where I'm wrapping it, and it's just bleeding through the wrap, and I am, because my kids are right there, I am under my breath letting out every 4-letter word I can think of, and I'm like, this is why I don't cook. This is so.
And your daughter Josephine is much like me,
Yes.
like an alarmist. We need to call an ambulance. So was she losing her mind?
Losing her mind. Bubba's sitting in his high chair, and he's like, Mama, food.
He
food.
could
And I'm like,
care
I'm trying to
less
get
if your
the food.
finger was in the lemon.
Josephine's, Mama, what's happening? Are you okay? Mama, what's going on? So she's freaking out. And I'm freaking out because I'm like, oh, this is why I don't cook. So that has solidified. Band-Aid on, and I'm like, I am not.
Is it still bleeding? This was a couple days ago, right?
Yeah, it keeps reopening because it's at the tip of my pointer finger.
I don't know why I asked that. I actually don't care.
Oh, yeah, it keeps. So now I keep the Band-Aid on. The problem is when you keep Band-Aids on for a while, your finger gets like real shriveled up.
It's like you've been in a pool for
for
this way too long.
Do you want to see it?
No, I don't. I do not. And I don't think they want to see it.
Look how shrivelly that is. And I guarantee
Oh, you are such a baby.
No.
That is, let me see.
No, don't touch it.
That is not bad at all.
Get infected.
Shane, zoom in on that. Get a close up of that shot. I don't know.
Shane.
Can you even see it at home? I don't think you can even see it. Can you guys see it? Our live studio audience, they can't even see it.
Look, Jenna.
I'm the dramatic one. And I'm the dramatic one. Okay. So basically, you don't have an issue. You just wanted to say you're never going to cook again.
And I just don't want people to judge me. Because every time.
I think there's a lot of people that don't like cooking / don't.
I prepare food for my kids. The crock pot's heaven sent. Just shove everything in one pot, be
I'm
done.
a big crock pot
But I'm just
enthusiast.
done slicing, dicing, and the above.
You should sue HelloFresh.
No, don't say that.
I'm just kidding. All right, Delco trivia. Here we go. Oh, this is a special one. Where in Delco were the duo's moms raised in honors of Mother's Day?
Happy Mother's Day.
All right. Did you think about it? Not that you'd even know.
No, I think we've talked about it before. Where in Delco?
You have to be like a niche follower to like know this.
We've got some of them.
All right, where in Delco were our moms raised?
Okay.
Is my mom first? Oh, Briarcliff.
Lynn.
Or my mom, Glen Olden in parentheses, because I feel like some people might know Glen Olden a little bit more than Briarcliff.
It's
tomato.
It gets real tough. And talk about tomato. Are more people would be like, what are you talking about? Haverford Township.
That's the fancy side of Delaware
Delco.
County.
But it is. She was one street away from County Line Road.
Okay. So she's close to Monco.
She was close to Lower Marion Township, but yeah.
Oh, look at these photos! I didn't know which one you were gonna pick. Monica chose the
cute.
pictures. It is. We're in Sea Isle actually at that one.
Oh, I love it.
What was the bar that
Are you
closed?
at the OD?
No, the
La Costa?
Springfield in
Carousel.
Yes, we are at Carousel. Shane used to work there. Interesting.
Oh, Shane.
Our engineer in our ear. What did you do there, Shane? Was he hot dog boy?
Shane. Hot dog boy.
Yes.
Oh my God, I love that. I probably bought many a hot dog off of you. I had no idea.
Well, anyway, we had that trivia and we showed that picture. You're breaking our equipment now because it is Mother's Day, of course, in about the next minute or so.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there,
To
all
us.
the mom figures, to us.
It's your technical first Mother's Day.
First Mother's Day. Yes. Very exciting.
You're an awesome mom.
Oh, you too, Monica. If people want to get in touch with us, they want to submit their issues.
Delco Duo at phl17.com. We love reading all of your emails. Thank you so much.
Yep, and you can find us on social media as well. We'll talk to you there. All right, we'll see you next Saturday night.
Bye.